The Room of the Dead by M.R.C. Kasasian, narrated by Gregory.
1. Coffee in the Ice Age. Jimmy was reading yesterday's Express. Anything interesting? I was struggling with my torn-out crossword that morning, but too proud to admit it was beating me. Nothing much. He rustled through the pages. No sport. There was not much of anything being played those bitter days of January 1940. Apart from the government's discouragement of crowds for, so far, unfounded fears of mass attacks by the Luftwaffe, the weather was the worst in living memory. We had had no snow yet, but temperatures had dipped to 36 degrees below freezing in some areas, and Suffolk certainly felt like it was one of them. Today was a little warmer, though, and with the benefit of our overcoats and a wood stove, we were able to sit comfortably in the wheelhouse of Cressida and gaze over the bracken-crusted Wight and the river, every ripple solidified in mid-flow, as if time itself had been turned off as an energy-saving measure. And not much war, either. Captain Carmelo Sultana was out collecting kindling from Treacle Woods. He had built Cressida, his permanently landlocked ship, on the tiny island of Brindle Bar in the Angle estuary, and his land had been denuded of fallen twigs and branches long ago. Jimmy and I had both volunteered to go scavenging. None of us liked doing it, because the woods sloped up sharply and were overgrown with gorse and brambles, but the Mad Admiral, as he was known locally, insisted on taking his turn. Jimmy folded the paper neatly, something he was always telling me women couldn't do. He was on a 24-hour leave, and being stationed at nearby Hadling Heath Aerodrome, it was an easy journey to visit us in what was now almost his home. Maybe there won't be, I conjectured. Perhaps Hitler will be satisfied with Austria and Czechoslovakia and Poland. Jimmy peered at me. He had grown up a lot in the few months since he had rejoined the RAF. The moustache alone had added a few years to him, and the severe burning of a friend in one of their squadron's few encounters with the enemy had chipped away at his boyish notions about the romance of aerial combat. "You don't believe that?" "No," I admitted. "I think we're allowing him to consolidate his position and build up his forces while we sit waiting for him to make the next move." "It's those poor sods at sea I feel sorry for," Jimmy said. "At least I have a sporting chance of fighting back up there. If you're a stoker in the bowels of a merchant ship, all you can do is shovel coal and pray the next torpedo isn't aimed at you."
Sample complete. Ready to continue?